Yes, Happy New Year, brothers and sisters. Today is 1st of January. This is Ogele TV, all the way from Norway. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. We thank God. We thank God. We make it to 2026. God was wonderful. God was great in our life. We really appreciate God in our life. All the nyama we pass through for 2025. God see us through to 2026. We really appreciate God. God bless all my followers, all my fans. Happy New Year once again, everyone in the house. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I appreciate every of my followers, all my fans all over the world. God will bless you. We have made it today. Today is on the 1st of January, 2026. I know it's going to be a wonderful day, a wonderful month. This January, the year is going to be wonderful. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be grateful. We are going to enjoy what we have never enjoyed before this year. We will enjoy it. Sickness shall never be our portion. All Ogole fans all over the world. I use this medium to pray for you. As you receive my prayer, your life will never remain the same. The light of God will shine upon your life. I prophesy and I command. This is Ogele TV. Ogele TV, Ogele talk show all over the world. As I prophesy in your life today, your life will never remain the same. Let me go ahead and share the video and like the video. Like, always thumbs up the video. Super chat me. We will never start with credit this year. Money go dey flow. Men are surprised me today. The account of our brother, Mr. Timothy, is still there. Yeah, God bless you. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Make sure they like them. Like, and share. Like, and share. Our brother account there, Mr. Timothy, copy it. Kelly Agbe to support him for his laptop and telephone. Copy it. I'm begging everybody, as you contribute today on the 1st of January, God will surprise your pocket. God will surprise your pocket. You shall never lack. So shall it be in the mighty name of Jesus. Let me go ahead and share my video. As you come across my video, you like it, always thumbs up the video. Like, and share. Always like and share, always like and share. As you like my video, God will bless you. God will lift you up. A wonderful year. A year we are going to achieve all our goals. Yes, so we will achieve it. Go home on our way. Happy New Year once again, brothers and sisters. Happy New Year. Don't hesitate to share my video and like my video. I know say most of them they enjoy for his house. When you come across my video, press the like button, share, subscribe. Also, super chat me. God will bless you. That pocket way for bring that money out, God will refill it back. Like, and share. Always like my video. Happy New Year, fans. Happy New Year, family. Happy New Year, brothers and sisters. Whichever location you're looking me from, go home and away. Happy New Year, friends and family. I really appreciate every one of you. We have made it again. We have made it to 2026. We have made it. I really appreciate God in the life of my fans all over the world. We have made it again to 2026. We thank God for our life. This year we will never lack. We will not lack, my brothers and sisters. Like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share. Share the video, share the video, share the video. I want to appreciate every one of you that come to this platform today. As you subscribe to my platform, as you like my video, God will reward you. Let's support our brother Timothy. The account number is there. This is the first day of the month. Try to contribute. Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. God will open that door for you. Whatever you are looking for, God is going to do it. Like, and share. Don't hesitate to share my video. Whichever time you come across my video, you must like it and share it. And God will bless every one of you. Happy New Year, Mr. DJ. God bless you, my brother. God bless you. Happy New Year, friends and family. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I'm expecting my guests to join me up before they come around. Let's share the video and like. Share, 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 share. Share it to different platforms, please. Don't hesitate to like and share. As you like my video, as you share my video, God will reward you. Yes, and go and subscribe. Share out to mama, share out to papa, share out to auntie, share out to brother. Don't hesitate. Yeah, one of my guests is here already. Hello, sir. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
It has been a wonderful day. Today is on the 1st of January, 2026. We really appreciate God. We have made it again.
Yeah.
So how was the pepper soup and the medemedes?
Everything went well. We are thanking God for every situation we find ourselves in this country. It's really a very happy day. You know, Nigerians, they are always very happy, irrespective of what they are going through. They are always happy. And we always give thanks to God in every situation. And that's what we are just doing here. Over the night, irrespective of the security situation in the country, people still went out celebrating the end of the year. It's not easy, 365 days. in His wisdom of God, be protected. See another new year, see team worth celebrating. So we thank God for everything. We saw a lot of fireworks blazed in the air, and people were so happy, irrespective of the information being given by CAN and the security agent. People defied and they went for their normal business. It's not part of us.
Yes. We really appreciate God for
You know,
that.
believe me, they're always very happy. You guys are always making us happy here. Diaspora, something must happen. You understand now? So we don't have to say that on air because of the situation. So they will always make us happy at home, no matter what, no matter how terrible the situation is. They will always make people feel smart at home all the time.
Yes, it's good. I really appreciate you for that.
Yeah. We must be here. You see, when we pray for us, you know, we are very good in prayers. You know, we always very show concern about our loved ones outside the shores of this country. The way and manner we celebrate here, there is no part of the country they celebrate like that. If you can recall the days of the late General Muhammadu Buhari, as terrible as his government, whenever there is a palliative bill shared across the length and breadth of it, he will tell you, don't give to Edo people, don't give to Edo State. There are people in diaspora. So I was beginning to wonder, how does he know that beneath there are people in diaspora? Probably people were giving information, probably is aware of the situation of things here. So we thank God for everything. We thank God for those in diaspora for what they are doing, the exploit and everything.
We appreciate also. We appreciate you guys over there in Nigeria. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yes, without wasting time, my brother, you are welcome to the show today. God bless you. And
Thank you so much.
There are some areas we are going to talk. There's a video I'm going to play later in the day for you. What happened yesterday night? It was really pathetic in a war. In those states, it was really pathetic. There was a heavy destruction. But we thank God there was no casualty. I'm coming to this thing is not charging me. I'm coming to hold on, please.
Why is the network disturbing? Whose network?
Hello, Chris. Let me call him back. Sorry for the disconnection, please. I did not know my battery is down already on the computer. I was just doing live. Sorry. Yeah, Mr. Chris, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
My battery, my computer did not know that I didn't plug it. Me not we me zie charger, me na charger malawe. Ala wa do yo. So as I was saying, you see, today is January 1st, 2026. Now the new tax reform that the president has implemented kickstart from today. What is your take on that matter? What is the reaction of Nigerians?
Now, I'm already seeing online that some session of, or probably as soon as the holiday elapses, the people will come out en masse and go on protest. I've always maintained there is nothing wrong with taxation all over the world. The developed economies of the world, they depend on tax. Europe, for example, they don't have the natural resources, but they are one of the most comfortable people on earth. They solely depend on tax, nothing go free in Europe or some of these Western countries. Now, if the government is talking about tax reform, it's not an issue. How well will the tax reform be used for the betterment of the people? Yes, I'm aware. In every tax system, there's always a loophole. Yeah, we know that. But the government on their part have deliberately failed the utilization of our tax system or our taxation. You can imagine the former Attorney General of the Federation, Malami. You can see EFCC is dragging him left and right. One would have expected that the exotic office Malami occupied for a period of 8 years, I think he should have done harm to the economy of this country. You saw what they are revealing. That is the one EFCC could scan on their own, not some hidden one they are yet to talk about. Now, government talking about taxation or tax reform, whichever name is being called, there was nothing wrong in it. But how well would the government be able to implement and use it judiciously for the well-being of the people? Now, Nigeria, over the years, they have constantly borrowed money from all parts of the countries across the globe. Now, Buhari did in his time for his 8 years. He kept borrowing from left to right, from north to south, from east to west, from north to east. He borrowed all his 8 years tenure. Now, one would have expected that Tinubu wouldn't do that. Tinubu came, Tinubu told that same line. Today, the only investment Tinubu have in Nigeria is to go borrow. But there is nothing wrong in borrowing. When you borrow and it's tied to project, tied to infrastructure, there is nothing wrong in it. We need good road, we need security, we need everything good health center and the rest of them. But whenever the government borrow, it will be better they didn't borrow because it's not being tied to project. Most of the borrowing they are doing, their money is being shared among the leaders, among the political leaders. They share this money among themselves. We don't see them. We don't feel the impact of this money that is being borrowed. Now, when you go to the length and breadth of this country, now we are celebrating the end of the year. People are moving from one part of the country to the other. Did you know there is no access road? People are afraid of security situation in the country. People cannot move freely in their father's land. Now, what is the essence of borrowing? Was the money invested in the health sector? Was it invested in the educational sector? Was it invested in the other key infrastructure of the economy? The answer is no. If we say the government have invested in some critical sector of the economy, let's take example from the roads. Road is a critical sector of the economy. Now, the roads in Nigeria, they are not motorable. You saw what happened to one of these international bosses. He almost loses his life. It's a testimony of what Nigerians are going through. Some of the occupants of the vehicle, probably people who were inside the vehicle, some of them lose their life. In Africa, we always say God stood by him. It was God. God and the nature of the job he's doing. If anything happened to him, God will not be happy in heaven. That was the reason why he was protected. And God saved his life. So the accident the young man had also further exposed Nigeria, what we are going through, sometimes that is not known to other parts of the world. Can you tell me? We have roads without no sign, we have port road, and government will go approve that road. Look at Benin Asaba Road. Look at Benin Auchi Road, Benin Saple Road. This road, they are not motorable. You can't drive through this road. If you have good road with good sign, Even if a kidnapper is on the highway, he knows that there is no pothole. He will also run for his dear life. But because there is always a pothole where these people want to kind of slow down a little so that they can accelerate, yes, they will always use that as a meeting point and strike against the innocent Nigerians. So the government does not care about what the average Nigerian man go through. So the tax, or whatever the tax reform the name is called, it's not a big deal. And if the government realize 1 billion, 2 billion at the end of the month, at the end of the year, what is the government going to use the money for? I keep on saying, I say, look, the man who refuses to pay tax and the man who collect the tax and refuses to use it for the well-being of the people, both of them have committed a very big offense. In Europe, where you guys stay, I don't show you guys default when it comes to taxation, because you know the offender is attached to it. You understand? But in the case of Nigeria, the rich, they don't pay tax. They don't pay tax. It is the common man, probably the civil servant, their money is deducted at the source. You understand? So these are things that our government need to look into. There is nothing wrong with the tax system, but it's going to bite hard on the people. Let me go to the new meter. VDC is distributed across the length and breadth of Benin City today. Now the people, they are crying. Nigerians are crying over that meter. Now, I don't think these are three evil. The government just came up now, oh, tax reform will start in effect. It has started, though. Somebody just told me that they deducted some money from his account this afternoon. Somebody called me. Now, look at the three evil befalling Edo State. Now, let me use Edo State for a case study. The people cannot put on their lights now because of the new meter they just brought to Edo State. People are crying. They can't use electricity. Yes, in some part of the city, the electricity is available. But some parts of the city, because they know that there are some key viable areas where they can generate revenue, what BDCD was to transfer the entire electricity supply to a particular community, i.e. New Benin. That is where they have light 24 hours of the day. And the people within New Benin, they are crying. Their business are folding up by second. It is nobody business. Small scale business, they are closing down as a result of BDC meter. Now, the government have never sat down to say, no, the people are crying. How do we find out the situation? What is actually going on? What is the billing system? Nobody have asked questions. But at our individual level, you know, we are all armchair politicians. We sit in our own parlor, we sit in beer parlor, we sit in hotel room. That is where we do our protest. But we don't come out in a mass and say, government, we don't want this kind of a thing. So it's a situation we have found ourselves. This is the beginning of a new year. Three evil is already before transmitting from 2025 to 2026. BDC, tax reform, and some other things like insecurity that we are faced with in this part of the state today. Look at what happened to Obaseki, Pedro Obaseki. These are insecurity. A state where you have father, your mother, your parents, they are all from this state, and some group of people will tell you, you are not an Edo man. We will treat you like not an Edo man. So I don't really know where the leadership of this country, where they are taking this country to. Now, in the face of this tax system they are coming with now, BDC, I will not depart from criticizing the BDC, their policy that is hurting the ordinary Nigerian man. On the level of children that are going back to school, how will parents take responsibility? I look at people burning their last resources in a few days back now, you know, Christmas galore, New Year galore, and the rest of them, they are shopping, they are doing all. I say, look, you people go back to school, you pay your bill. You don't have to go and tell your proprietor, your principal, whatever, that please just hold on for a while. I'm going to. No, save some of this money you are wasting away. The banger that went on air over the night, my brother, if you quantify it, he said not to build some infrastructure in Benin City. I won't lie you. I was disturbed. I was not comfortable with it. These are hard-earned money. The economy is not friendly. But the people keep wasting their money. I don't know why. I don't know why people choose to do things like that. So Nigeria, I think they owe a response. This is the beginning of a new year. We need to start where the people need to realize where they are and where they are going to. The people are not comfortable with the policy of Tinubu. Tinubu does not have an agenda. The agenda Tinubu has is an agenda that is going to favor him, favor his political party at the expense of the ordinary Nigerian man. And one thing is key in this politics of Nigeria today, whether you belong to the ruling party or the opposition party, the market does not select. It doesn't select. We are just celebrating Christmas and New Year now. We just celebrated Christmas and we are in New Year now. Now, While they were shopping, either New Benin market or Oba market, and just to make sure, was there any market strictly made for APC or PDP or ADC or ABGA? The answer is no. The economy is biting hard on everybody. I think the people need to sit back and realize the mistake they've made in the past and they begin to correct it now. 5,000 is not enough to sustain life. 5,000 today cannot buy something in cellophane. There's what we call cellophane here, paper bag. That small paper bag. It's not enough to buy anything paper bag. I think our people need to wake up. This is an election year. We've just entered an election year. The campaign is going to start. Most of the governors are going to fail woefully. I.e., your governor is going to fail woefully. He is always talking about, I'm going to give 1 million, 3 million vote to Tinubu. How can you give 1 million vote to Tinubu when you are not even performing? When your state is not secure? Obaseki, the humiliation of Obaseki have further exposed the governor of Edo State. These guys who committed this dastardly act, they are part of our community. They live within our constituency, they live within our senatorial. The government have not been able to utter a word to cushion the effect of that nonsense committed by the Benin people. Benin people, the people are mocking, they are mockery. People are mocking the Benin people. You understand? So I don't know where they are heading to. When you go to Edo North, they are producing the leaders of Edo State. When you go to Edo Central, they are the one producing the leaders of Edo State. Now look at the two vice presidents we produce in this part of the state. They were from Edo North, Edo Central. The late Aikoma, the late Mike Akigbe. They are boys, they are still in the system. They are still in the Navy, they are still in the Air Force, they are still, just mention them. But is there anybody from Edo South who have been a representative, who leader have produced that you can run and meet tomorrow? They are not there. They are not there. So Edo South, I think they have a very big problem. Our people need to sit down and wake up. This is not the time to sit down and say, oh, if we thought they'll come kill us. No. Thank God for social media. Thank God for you guys in diaspora. You can insult them, nothing will happen. How many people can they kill? I saw the young man speaking from Canada. Somebody just introduced him to me. He said, I will fire my high-profile rifle anywhere. Yes. He made a statement and he showed that he's a security personnel. Yes, I listened to him. I was explaining to a friend this afternoon. I said, look, the reason why a former commissioner was killed in this state, he was killed in one of the hotels around. He was going alone. If he were to be in the midst of people, it would be difficult for them to manhandle him and kill him on that very day. Edo is not safe under the watch of this present administration. A lot of things is going wrong, badly going wrong in this state. Our people need to wake up. Our people need to realize where they are now. We don't have roads. We don't have a good educational system. Our hospitals are not functioning. You can imagine just one doctor, just one medical doctor is going to see more than 50 patients in the day. How will the doctor be efficient in his job? It's a question we need to ask ourselves. When you go to the hospital, you hear a patient say, doctor, just don't pack me and come out. That is the situation we find ourselves here. So I think you guys in diaspora, your pressure is welcome. Your pressure on the government and some individual who probably feel the state belongs to them is welcome. We can go to criticize them via social media and it is through which we can speak to them until they repent of their sin. They are committing a lot of havoc against the people. The people are not happy. When you go to Edo North, when you go to the military, top ranking officer, they are from Edo North. They are all from Edo North. Top ranking military officer, they are from Edo Central. Ask anybody who is a military officer in Edo South. And if ever they are secretly there, they don't want their people at home to know. How well have they been able to empower their people? During the days of military, you saw how the Hausa empowered their people. We talk about the Lanka mafias. They were all in the military. The Yorubas, they were all in the military. The Southern or the South Side, that's the then Bender State, nobody was there. Now it's democracy now. An average Hausa man is very conscious about politics. They know where to cast their vote to. They know where they belong to. When it's an election year, everybody wants to queue behind the outside. Everybody wants to queue behind the northerner because they know they have a way of influencing Nigerian democracy. Unlike what we have in Edo State, the winner takes it all. That is their slogan here. They don't care. They don't care what happened to the people. What they are solely concerned is what they can put into their pocket. They want to build 4 flats somewhere around GROE, Sapler Road. They want to build a private school. They want to build a pure water factory. But the good is that they don't have an access to access this facility. But if we can collectively build a better society, generation yet unborn will come gain from it. But they don't have those things at the back of their mind. The insecurity that is bedeviling Nigeria today, bedeviling Edo State today, is not selective. It's across board. Whether the rich or the poor, is affecting everybody. I think our people need to wake up, realize where we are. This is the beginning of a new year. We need to take a bold step against these tyrants. We need to take a bold step against these evil leaders. They are not leaders. They are not human, but they are not supposed to live for the 21st century. We need to start a kind of fighting them. It doesn't even go to war with them. We're going to tell them the truth, the reality of the present generation. The Europe did not start like this. The American didn't start like this. But what we are seeing today is strange to other developing economies of the world. So I think we need to do something. Nigerians in diaspora, they must not be weary. They must not faint in fighting against the evil and satanic leader who probably feel that the state, Edo State, and some parts of this country and other parts of the country belongs to them. Nigeria belongs to all of us, or not individual. No individual owns the state more than any other person. So if you saw what happened to Obaseki, it was a shame on the part of Edo people. Among those who humiliated Obaseki, ask among them who is a pharmacist, who is a medical doctor among them, who is a lawyer, who is a police officer, who is a carpenter among them. They are miscreant on the streets. A group of non-entity who ordinarily are supposed to be job men within the marketplace, wheelbarrow pusher. They are the one wreaking havoc on the people. When you check the profile of Obaseki, you know that man is not a man that's supposed to be on the streets. But you saw miscreant parading him on the streets. I think it was a slap, not just to Obaseki family, it was a slap to Edo State. It was a slap of our security force in Edo State, the DSS, the police, the armed forces. It was a slap to them. It means that not just Obaseki as an individual, it could also happen to any other person. Yes, some person will celebrate, oh, Obaseki, he made SY. Yes, everybody is entitled to his own opinion. Every Nigerian have a freedom of expression, freedom of speech. Yes, we do appreciate it as a limitation. You cannot insult the governor, you cannot insult the president. Yes, I'm aware of that. But the young man have a right to say certain things which he knows the law doesn't forbid. The guys parading him to tell you how foolish and ignorant they are. You saw what they did. These guys are within the community. They are within our constituency. They are within our neighborhood. Nobody is looking for them. But if a man goes to another man's shop and take a cup of Maggi or a cup of salt, the DSS will look for him. It will cost them millions of naira to look for him. I begin to wonder the offense Nnamdi Kanu committed. That is today, his case lingered for more than 4 years, and today has been sent to Sokoto prison. And if Kanu is being sent to Sokoto prison, why will this guy who committed this evil remain within our constituency, remain within our state, remain within Nigeria? So I don't know the power behind those guys. So if we allow those guys to do away with that impunity, Mr. Governor can be victim, Mr. President can be victim, the traditional ruler can be victim, pastors, religion leader can be victim, market women can be victim. It is high time the government wake up. Okpebholo must wake up. The government of Nigeria, the DSS, the brigade commander, and just to mention them, they must all wake up. They must rise up against this evil so that it will continue. The North, whether you like it or not, let the world back come to the North. The Northerners, they have been demoralized. Yes, they have been demoralized. They are no longer human beings. In the next 50 years, the North will never be the same again. Yes, they will never be the same again. They have been affected. Yes, the war within the northern region today, before it can stabilize, is going to take another generation. When it started, yes, the government, they were aware that insecurity was gradually creeping into the northern region, but they couldn't address it because they have greed, they have selfishness, and it has escalated not only within the northern region, but to other parts of the country, which Nigerians are paying for the ignorance of the northerner today. Are we not paying for it today? We are all collectively paying for it. If these guys within Oredo, the DSS, the police, the army refuse to curb their nonsense, my brother, in a couple of years to come, no man play with this community, no man play with this state again. Any investor that saw what happened on that very day, if they are bringing in their money, they will quietly run away. They will run away. Edo people, they are already traumatized. under this administration. I'm telling you the truth. They are already traumatized. Politics is not helping. Situation is not helping. Economy is not helping. Nobody's trying to encourage you. What you hear, kidnapping, Bewa. When you go to some part of the Benin today, it's not door to door. Kidnapping don't reach Jacob hand. Now, Jobun that will carry tomorrow. Because our security personnel, where Oyiboma go talk and say self-preservation is the first law of nature. The man who's going to secure your life need to secure himself first before securing your life. I think the government need to wake up.
Thank you very much.
Need to wake up. Yeah, the government need to wake up.
Yeah, Mr. Israel. Yeah, the new tax law is kickstart from today. What is your take on that matter? You see, before you go ahead, Mr. Israel, there is one thing I don't like about Nigerians. When they were preparing this law, Nigeria were docile in their country. They keep mute. The law has been there. They were arranging it for more than 6, 7, 8 months. No Nigerian people could go to the street and confront the government. They were all quiet. Is now you want to cry? The president have ordered that something is going to go ahead. It's not left for the Nigerians to tell the president, we own this country. The country does not belong to you. You just have 4 years mandate. It doesn't mean you are going to enslave us in our land by going outside to protest against the will of the president. He cannot just impose something on people. You don't explain the reason why you want to make tax reform. In a country where tax is working, let me tell you one thing, there are benefits of tax. Can Tinubu tell us the tax Nigerians have been paying? What are they been doing with that tax? Can the president tell us? People are paying tax up to date in Nigeria. What are they? What are their benefits? We don't have a good hospital in Nigeria. All the government hospitals nothing to write to me about. These are where taxpayers' money go to. Road we don't have. Security we don't have. You said you want to extract the people more. The one they have been paying to you guys, what have you people been doing with? These are my questions. Are Nigeria not paying tax? And mind you, my brother, you should understand one thing. Nigeria is an oil producing country. Nigeria is an oil producing country. This Europe, you are saying, most of them, they don't have oil they are producing. But they still manage the tax they have, but the country is still developing. They are moving forward. So in Nigeria, they pay tax. We are still complaining about bad roads, no electricity, no security. These are where taxpayers' money go. No good market. These are where taxpayers' money go.
Now, if I may come in now, you just ask if Nigeria. You see, let me tell you one thing. If you meet any Nigerian man or any man who stays in the Western country, probably he never had traumatism before he left this country. Because of the environment they stay over time, because we are taught that democracy thrives in a society where people are enlightened. You might not necessarily have PhD. No. The reason why sometimes certain things are strange to you guys here is because we are no longer part of what is happening here. We are already immune with what is, we are already adapted to the situation we find ourselves here. Now, I keep on talking about BDC. Now, the money they are siphoning from the people, one would have expected at the end of the year, they will declare their profit, tax, and everything. They will tell the Nigerian what they have made from the people within a period of 12 months and just to measure it. But we don't hear like that, not just within BDC, across every government sector in this country, they don't declare their tax. And even if they do declare their tax, it's not real. It's not real. Everything you see about this country, they are all falsified. They are all a kind of gimmicks that sometimes you begin to ask yourself, are they real? Sometimes I listen to Israel. He will give a lot of, he will do a lot of analysis, a lot of breakdown. I was forced to say, you are supposed to be a classroom teacher. Yes. National Bureau of Statistics, they will always give you this figure. Sometimes these things, they are not there. You know, when my father passed on now,
yeah,
we are trying to do some, document in some of these foreign countries, and they requested for my father's death certificate. My brother, when I go to that hospital, let me not mention the name of the hospital because I'm on the public, I'm talking to the public now. Do you know we couldn't find it? We couldn't find it. Now, do you know what they did? My father is not up to 20 years, my father passed on. We now went to some of their garbage bin. We started sorting for it. They bought some of them. A lot of things happened. I was angry. And I now requested for a letter that the CMD, I compared the CMD. I went there on 2 different occasions. I compared the CMD. You must give me a written note and you must stamp it. I dropped my phone number. If there is any emergency attached to this thing, call on me. I will defend it. The world is aware. I measured some prominent people from within my community. I measured a commissioner from within my community. I said they are aware. They know my father. They were very close to my father. So for that reason, I need that document. You must write and stamp, bearing the name of the hospital. And that was what the CMD did. A thing that just happened yesterday. So if that could happen to my father, what do you expect from those living officers? Those government officers who are still living today, they know how to manipulate the system. Whatever you see, whatever you are seeing in this country, is just a jamboree. It's just a jamboree. We are lying. We are not truthful. You can imagine a former Attorney General of the state, the Justice Minister. You saw what he did to Nigeria economy. On that late General Muhammadu Buhari, you saw what he did to Nigeria economy. If that man can prepare the force, because he was among the force that brought Kano down to Nigeria. He called himself a lawyer. You saw what he did to the Nigeria economy. One would have expected, I'm not in the government. The government will seize the property and that man will go to jail for the remaining days of his life. Government will go to the jail for the remaining days of his life. But these guys, they have a meeting point. They have a way of influencing the government. Wherever he's staying now is just political. In the next few days, they will tell him to go home. At the end of the day, he will even be contested. Look at Yahaya Bello, a man that is still having a case with EFCC. Today, Yahaya Bello is contesting as a senator.
Yes.
He's contesting as a senator in Kogi. Kogi is one of the most dangerous states in this country. The most wanted armed robber in the world is in Kogi. The most mindless criminal on earth is in Kogi. The most mindless kidnapper on earth is in Kogi. All the resources they have, he was able to convert it to his private property. And EFCC invited the present city governor was hiding him in his government house. Today, the man is telling the
this is why I'm not agreeing with Buhari because of the fight he's fighting with Malami. Because Malami never supported him. Malami want to leave APC. Anybody that lives in APC, are you telling me Malami is only the man that was corrupt in Buhari's government? The answer is no. The answer is no.
Yes,
What of Okowa?
Yes.
I don't know going freely because they defended to APC.
Yes. So now let me tell you one thing. They cannot remain in the office forever. The highest you can stay in the political office for 8 years, that's the highest you can spend in the political office. Now, if the government deem it fit that, oh, probably this man must have, fraud during his days in the office, or probably he looted government fund in the office, and probably he want to go to the other party or the opposition party. If the ruling party is exposing him now, we give thanks to God. But the funniest part of it, this reform looted money, we don't feel the impact in the economy. We talk about Abacha loot and some other loot. We don't see it in the Nigeria economy. When the money was being repatriated to Nigeria, a group of Kaba also shared the money among themselves. So who is not the criminal? The man who looted the money was refunded back from other parts of the world, and the people had to reloot the money again. So where are we going to? Where are we going to? So the people, the present leadership of Tinubu is trying to trap upon today. Yes, they want SAP in the government. Yes, they are in his wanted list because probably they want to work against him. If that is the only way they can expose themselves, I think it's a better option.
But
and
that is not the way to. If you want to expose every people that owns Nigerian money, you must start from your party. There are a lot of people in APC there that looted money because they are supporting him now. He don't want to open their book. That is not how to fight corruption. The president is just deceiving Nigeria. How will you make mention of Yahaya Bello that have a case confirmed 120 billion being stolen from the treasury of Kogi state government? Now, the man want to contest for an election again. A man that have a criminal case. Where are we heading to, my brother? Where are we going to? So you see, the president is deceiving Nigerians. He's deceiving them. That is not the way to fight corruption.
Yes, listen, let me tell you one thing. You see, I've always tell you, and I always maintain it in this media, I say, look, democracy all over the world is domesticated. The Western democracy is different from African democracy. The North Korea leadership style is different from the Western democracy. So if that is the pattern through which they can fight corruption, I think it's a welcome development. Before now,
no, Chris, what you don't, why I would disagree with you on this area. If you want to fight, there are a list of people who is now the other time last year, Okowa was alleged of about almost $1 trillion naira that he looted from Delta State. Immediately Okowa defended to APC. Have you heard about the case again? The case
No.
has swept over the carpet. So no,
yes,
there are a lot of them like that. These are, you cannot just say Ole Malami. No, there are a lot. You bring the list out. Oh yeah, sweep all of them.
okay.
The money,
Now,
the
in
money
the case
that
of
is
Okowa, in the case of Okowa you just mentioned, see, APC will not win next year election. God is already aware. The gods of Africa is already aware that APC will no longer win further election in this country. So if APC Tinubu lost that in the forthcoming election, if they are probing what's his name, Okowa, I think Nigeria will not kind of be arguing it. Yes, Nigeria will not argue it because the possibility of APC winning or the probability that APC win next year election is going to be 2/10. It's going to be 2/10. They will not win. The hardship they have meted upon this country, Nigerians are paying for things they know nothing about. Look at tax reform is coming, insecurity is here, infrastructural problem is here, and just to mention them. So you want the people to still cast their vote. Yes, one of the reasons why they are trying to secure some of this, kind of implement this tax reform and the rest of them. The country is broke economically. APC is broke economically. What they are trying to do, they are trying to siphon money, keep some money. When the election time comes, they have enough money to spend and disburse to each of these booths. We saw what happened during the day during Edo State election. A man who never contested the election, a man who never campaigned across the length and breadth of Edo State suddenly was declared the winner of the election. They will tell you go to court. The ruling party will go and wait you at the court. They will decide the fate of the court. At the end of the day, the man who probably won the election, the court will tell him, you don't win the election, go ask. But I'm also aware, yes, the court, they believe in evidence. They believe in evidence. But sometimes I do ask myself, judges, lawyers, are they not part of our society? But the problem they have, even our university lecturer, Department of Political Science, they don't go to feed. They keep on making reference to Max Weber. They keep on making reference to Aristotle. They keep on making reference to American politics, but they will never go to feed and source information and be part of political party. They will never. They always depend on whatever they are getting from social media, what they are getting from Google. At the end of the day, we are not getting it right. We are not getting it right. The government is failing by the day. The government is failing. So we need Nigerians need to wake up. My local constituency, my local ward, you saw during the election, Emma was telling me that, I have some money, $1 million naira in my boots. I'm going to share for the people. Your house, your own house, Ogele.
Yes.
Your house is very close to school now. Your house under that plantain, that was where they were sharing the money. Yes, a banana. That was where they were sharing the money. But that's why they shared the money. The present day opposition party, the PDP, still won the election. They were defeated despite the money was being shared. And the problem that people don't understand, as soon as they share the money, you will see there will be problem within the community. People will no longer be friends, family will no longer be family, relationship will go sour, and at the end of the day, we create a problem for the community. And that same government, if probably elected, they will not remember the people. They will not remember the people. So they are so aimed with giving them the money, let them deliver. Whichever way it's deliver, we don't care. But we just carry them.
Thank you very much. Machiavelli, can you mute yourself, sir? You have been there since. Hello, are you there? You just
yes, Mr. Gele. Yes. Good evening to all of you. Good evening to the viewers. Mr. Chris, good evening. Thank you so much. I can see your passion for Nigeria, the states, and why you are so concerned about the tax, how Nigeria has been in comatose, affecting us, and also worried about those who are going to be coming in. First of all, taxes are very good for every society in the world. This is how the government makes money. But in everything you do, you must have to be very, very cautious of how you implement it so that it does work with the kind of system you have. Nobody is saying tax laws are not good for any country. But before you have that, you have to also look at the lacunas that is going to affect how is it affecting the ordinary citizen and those, and how also it has also have jeopardized the way Nigerian is being structured in terms of governance and law. So before anything becomes a law in Nigeria, it becomes a bill. It has to first go to the National Assembly, which the National Assembly has tabled. The first problem that we as Nigerians are going to, where we saw it, even the lawmakers were not actually happy about it when the opposition parties and also the concerned Nigerian citizens like us knew that there was a problem. One is the discrepancies between the gazetted laws and the parliament passed. So it then becomes so aware to those legislators that, hey, the gazetted law of the bill, the gazetted bill, is different from what was presented to the parliament. Do you see that? So first, it tells you that opposition were very concerned about, and they raised concern of the constitutional breach about that tax law. The legislative overreached the validity of the law itself. Now let's look at the legislative inconsistencies of what transpired in that bill. First of all, the lawmaker publicly stated that the gazetted law differed from what they passed. Everybody knows that. That's what I just said. So the core controversy was the parliament passed Vision A. They also saw the government published Vision B. The Vision B allegedly contains material alteration. So the part B of it, the Vision B, they noticed that there have been altercations. And you understand that? And it doesn't really, because if Senate is actually ascending to it and then said, okay, we are okay with it, then pass it, when it gets to the presidency, by the time it ascends the signature, it becomes a law. That is where they have sat down and then look at it that, hey, we don't really like this thing. It is not what you are saying is the law. That is not what we actually agreed and proposed on. So, according to the Senate, this does not reflect what was duly passed. So, and it directs that the law has to be re-gazetted to certify true copies issued. So, you see, whenever you are making something and it does not tally with the laws of the land, but because of this political something that has gone inside. If you notice, the highest chair, the highest seat in the parliament is the APC. They own the house. They have the majority. So definitely, when something comes in like that, the opposition will raise alarm and say, okay, because you are the largest in parliament, you are able to do some altercation because it might favor you. What you don't know is that if this tax law goes in, it becomes that the APC is actually effective. It's boosting their political ground. And this is why the opposition have not seen it as a concern. Like, hey, Nigerians, in as much as this thing we passed it, but this does not all go well with us as senators who actually passed this bill. So even the opposition leader said there was inconsistency amount and it brings constitutional breach because it's not constitutional. Because if something is constitutional, it has to go in line with what the Constitution says. We have to go through this, through that. You understand? If he has to be passed, maybe he needs a two-thirds majority in parliament to pass. I don't know if you understand. So these are the things that people see that it's not actually good. And then the presidency acknowledged the controversy but insists that the laws must stand. I don't know if you get it. So where the problem is now that the parliament saw that this thing is not right, the way they made it, it's not the way it's like me and you and Mr. Chris, we agreed to say, okay, let's call this law to be blue. Before you know it, you name it pink. Instead of you started adding another thing. inside that we didn't agree on as parliamentarians. We are the lawmakers. We make the law. So if then you're now giving it to the presidency, who then assume you have, because obviously nothing passed there. You guys remember when the 2025 budget was being read in the National Assembly. Even nobody to say, well, we need to scrutinize this budget to actually see it. Before you know it, everybody stand up and say on their mandate, they shall stand on their stand. You guys forgot. So this was the same thing that is going to be playing again. And they said, no. There is a foul play here. So this has now resulted to one of the lacunas that is going to be affecting the tax bill that Nigerians will be facing come from today. And the president, before this, he hasn't told them that they have actually agreed to say, well, this thing has to be done in this way so that it will not affect some specific sector of the economy. But is he saying that he's going to stand? What does this thing have in the political terrain? The political implication of this thing is this. First of all, everybody knows that this tax law is like they shove it into the Nigerian citizens. They just shove it in their throat, whether you like it or not. There is no what it means that there's no lack of clarity in implementation. There's no clarity in it. And a lot of people are still confused. There's no initiative to, educate the citizen on how this tax will actually work. Meanwhile, Nigerians have been paying taxes since. So Nigerians are now grumbling that all the taxes we have been paying, what have you been using it for? You understand? Because Nigeria has been paying direct and indirect tax. So direct tax is when you pay it just like pay as you earn. You earn your money, there are certain amount of money you are going to earn, they will tax it. But the indirect tax is what sometimes you call the value added tax, VATs and all. So when you buy pure water, there is a VAT applied to it. If it is 10 kobo, they are going to take from it, that is 10 kobo. So Nigeria has been paying taxes. So Nigeria still wants, like, if you are not saying that this one is mandatory, you have regulated it, how are we sure that what we have been doing since is actually efficient? So these are one of the clarity. Because the political undertone, like I said, is that the APC think, because they are the majority in parliament, anything they say is going to be lost. After all, it's always on their mandate they shall scatter. So that is where the political problem is. Number two, you see, it gives this kind of big taxes, it gives the grants, it grants more power to the tax authority. You understand? So which means that sometimes you might be having a business and you're not able to pay tax. So they might just seize some of your things, they might seize your assets, you understand, without any court order. Do you get it now? Without any court order. So there might be a kind of, in a way, what they will do, when before you can seek redress, there might be like a kind of a mandatory upfront and say, oh yeah, come and pay this before we start talking to you. Maybe we'll go and settle it in court. Do you get what it is now? So they see uncertainty about this whole tax law. And another one is the lack of clarity in implementation. In some measures took effect in June 2025, and others took effect, others will come today in 2026. Despite calls for the pause, you understand? Some already taking effect. Despite calls for course, they still go on. So it shows that there is no clarity. People are still wondering, like, how do we get this thing? And you can see some Nigerians abroad already. I'll come to that. They are already having doubt, like, what's going to happen? This tax law that is already effect from today. So you see, the central system. The fourth one is the centralization of tax collection without clear coordination framework. What did I say? These are the points I jotted down. The centralization of tax collection without clear coordination and framework. What it means is that, so that tax now will not be like a kind of, it will not be in a central collection. But people are not clear because the coordination, they're not clear about the coordination of the framework. Because, first of all, who are we paying the taxes to before? Is it not the federal government? Is it not the federal government? So now, how do we now going to be sure that this our tax is going to actually go to that place? Let me use the Edo State as an example. You know, when they were collecting revenue, it was a digital source. During the past administration, it was digital. So which means the money goes from the person who is paying direct to the government source, right?
Yes.
But immediately this government comes into Agabagebe, garbage in, garbage out. We now started having Olidara. Do you see the uncertainty now? So which means even him himself, who was telling Olidara to go and wear monkey jacket and go and stand on the street and be stopping our market women that they have to pay. I do not see him. So now that tax, how you are collecting the tax is now getting worrisome to the people now. This is the clarity. That is decentralization. Now, what okay, this is your same thing you are trying to talk about here. I don't know if you guys are understanding the whole thing. Because if I use the former administration to give you an example of how revenue was collected in Edo State, it was in digital. But we have the the chief security of the state now, who said is the sheriff in town. He brought in people who were wearing a pink monkey jacket or green monkey jacket and said they are tax collectors, disturbing the market women. How does that show clarity? That shows there is a defect in governance. So this is where the problem, and the people does not even know how this agency will coordinate with the NRS, National Revenue Commission, and how overlapping mandates will be resolved. You know, because some other people who might have paid over taxes and, you know, so it's overlapped. How are you going to resolve it? There should have been a clear purpose. Let the people understand, show that incentive information to get, so that they understand that if this thing comes like this, this is how you are going to do it like this. You understand? And how the staff and system will transition. You know, our own, like I said just now, are you going to be telling us where to go and the people involved in it, that we are not going to be saying it, okay, like me and you? Let me see use, what's it called? The Operolos administration and the past government administration. Under the past government administration, they will tell you to go to the bank and go and pay that. Or the bank, immediately you get your money, they withdraw it and they actually take it down. But in the Operolos administration now, how you collect revenue now, is somebody will come to you and say, Madam, they don't even give you the correct ticket. So it might be a full ticket, they might have it and give you half and give half to the other one. You see, they are making their money. This is what they are saying, staff system and how we need transition. You go bring another people now, we call the draw money, before you give us something that is tangible for the government to see how much they're actually getting. So you now bring a third party now. Even the staff when you want to bring, how do you want to do one? That is what the people are not concerned. Why aware? The people need to be aware. I don't know citizens. Mr. Ogele, if something happens to the tax when you pay, if you call your tax company on the side, they say, how much have I paid in tax for this year? They will tell you. That's what we call information. Do Nigerians have access to those kind of things? I don't know if you understand.
No,
People have. Go ahead.
Let me pause you here first. You see, like about tax, like the way Norway tax system work.
Yes.
Like yesterday now,
Yes.
I opened the website. I log in my information to the tax system because this is 2026.
Yes.
Now, you just log in there. The options are there in the system.
Yes.
When you go to the option, they will tell you, okay, for example, in Norway, we have one law. When you work 10,000 in a year, for example, $10,000, this tax free. You don't pay tax for it. If you work a job, $10,000 now in Norway, it's tax free. Government is not going to collect tax for it. It's free. So now, my question is that now Nigerian government are saying whether you will be paying 801.
I think they said that 800,000 you'll be taxed on that.
No, in Nigeria, if maybe your minimum at the end of the year, you receive 800,000. Is that what they're saying? Okay, my brother, the account number. Somebody, I'm coming over. I bet when I go with first. Israel, they talk. Somebody want the account
Okay,
number.
so like as I said just now, so these are the things that is actually going to be affecting the whole taxing system. And
Israel, hold on, Mr. Clement, my brother, send me the receipt on my WhatsApp, please. I beg, I want the receipt. I beg. You said you sent 50,000 there. I beg, I want the receipt. I beg. Just send it to my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is there. I think you have it. Let me go ahead, Mr. Israel.
So the last but not the least, when I like what I jotted down when I actually read this whole thing, is that we still have weak communication, you know, and claim of government by ambushing due to poor communication and lack of consultation. You know why? That was what Mr. Chris was talking about now. You see, and if you look at what is going on now, do you know that there's certain amount of Nigerians, there might be percentage of Nigerians that might not they don't even know about this tax law coming into effect today. They don't know. One, they don't have light. They don't have access to, you know, TV or news or whatever. They don't even have one. That was why I commended Mr. Chris. People do not understand that all this thing plays into it. It says here, it says weak communication and public engagement. How many of us are publicly engaged? It's only those who are enlightened, who read the news, who see these things that are going to say, okay, let me see what is actually going on here. But abroad, where you did, Mr. Ogele, even in Nigeria, how many of them have access to government information like this?
No internet.
Even you will have the thing where they go do, they go make sure say they communicate to you. He said that the tax office send you, say there's going to be a tax change. They will send message, they will send it to all your addresses to make you aware of what is going to come in. They might tell you that if from this, you start hearing it on the news. Then before you know it, if you are earning or something, they'll start telling you that they will write to you and say, on so time, your tax code or your tax this thing might go up. They're inviting you to be like, certain things going to change. It's not there for you to go and say, okay, let me go and check what is going on. Now, many citizens and business do not understand the new tax law. They don't. And it's not their fault. Who is to engage them? There's an engagement gap between the stakeholders. I don't know if you guys understand. It's just like now I am going to go and tell somebody in New Benin Market who is actually dealing on business. He might not understand the whole process. How do you bring these people closer? This is what we are missing here. And this is why the politics will play on it, because what they are doing, what the administration is doing, is to use the tax to actually generate revenue. It doesn't care how it is. But my question, the person that is actually ascending this thing into law now, who was the person who had a bullion van in his house? Who was the person?
Mr. Israel, somebody sent me a message. They called me. He said he lives in diaspora and he's going to Nigeria. He does not have an account in Nigeria since 5 years ago. Now,
yes.
I think he's going with cash. He said, "Is the new tax law, whether the new tax law will affect him?" He said we should explain that area for him. He's online and he's watching us.
Okay, he said if the new tax law is going to affect him as somebody who lives abroad.
He said he does not have any bank account in Nigeria since 5 years ago.
Yes.
But the man is going home now. He said, "Is that one going to affect him?" I don't think it's going to affect him. You can just go to Bureau de Change and get your money. And just
no. It's not going. It's not. The thing is that is he resident in?
What they do now, these people that change money, they can change money. They will transfer the money to your account if the money is big.
Yeah. The person is. Does he live in Nigeria or he lives abroad?
He lives abroad.
He lives abroad. Yeah. It doesn't. The only time it's going to affect him, you have to specifically state what you are sending the money for. For those who are abroad, let me explain something to you. It's not done on this tax bill. Is not done on citizenship based on citizen. It's done in Nigeria. If you live within Nigeria, that is when it's going to affect you. The only time it will affect you abroad, some of you build houses. Do you understand? So you send huge amount of money sometimes just to put the money there in the bank account. But you have to be very specific on What is the purpose? Why are you sending the money?
Yes.
You have to state your purpose, because if you don't state that, they are going to tax it.
It's like,
So it means that it's going.
for example, now, when you are bringing money from Nigeria now, you want to transfer it to your Norwegian account here now. For example, if you bring that money in now, if the money is big, the government is going to take tax on that money. But if the money comes as a gift, for example, from my father, they will not tax it. You will explain it to them. There must be a written letter attached to that money. This is the reason why this money is coming, so they will not tax the money.
Yeah. So this is why the thing is, it's still very. That's why I told the person just now. If you are not living in Nigeria, you don't earn there. So it's those who earn. Okay, it's those who earn that is going to affect. So if you are abroad and you are sending money, you have to explicitly state the reason. It might be family remittance, such as money you send home. Just state it, family remittance or gift, refund, community saving contribution like that. Because if you are not in Nigeria, the tax does not. If you are not in Nigeria, it does not really affect you. The only time it will affect you if you send huge amount of money and you don't state the reason why you put it there, they will tax it. So that's why you have to, people living abroad, you have to be there. That's why I just told you now. If you are sending money, even from now, like today, if I say, for example, you want to send somebody $20, you understand? You have to state the reason why that $20 is there. Just
So
for clarity purpose.
what do I say? For example, you are sending money from World Remit Choice now.
Yes, you need to state it. You need to state it.
Yeah, you just click
yes.
it.
Some app might not have that. Some app, because it has been normal. So I don't know. So you have to look for how you are going to put it there. The reason they might say, what are your reasons? What if the money is a huge amount of money? What are your reasons? Is for maybe you want to say gift, you want to say family remittance. You understand? Your state income earned abroad. This will be better. So if you send a huge amount of money, you are going to state it income earned abroad. This is my own money I earn abroad. I'm sending it back home. So that they don't tax you, because these are the ways they are going to tax you. Because right now, this administration is looking for money at every cost. The way the tax system is, it's looking for money. And this is why it's now worrisome to Nigerians. Some Nigerians who have not been able to fund their own business because of insecurity or what is going there, how the society has gone. The economy of the country is just getting balanced now, and that's what he came out to address this morning. That he's going to try and slash the what's it called, the inflation rate to about 15. This one and that one, but this is the same you who devalued the naira. This is the same you who said you remove subsidy. Then why you didn't remove subsidy anyways? You are still paying subsidy. So in a way, he's trying to use the way he did it in Lagos, this alpha beta thing. That is what he's trying to do, which we knew this was like a trap. And the same you was the same person who was allegedly the billion ban was seen in you. How much have you paid in tax to Nigeria? We need to know. How much have you paid in tax? So these are things that we should know, and all Nigerians should be aware of that. And the reason why some of us come to speak of it, because we are concerned Nigerians, because the way Nigeria, they have politically changed our system is very concerning, especially in all these governors in the states. And also you can see the way our governor is just actually acting, instead of him to be encouraging the people to be saying, well, there's a new tax law. I understand that it's going to be very effective. There's a way you break it down in your statement so that the citizen can have a kind of like an awareness and say, well, we have somebody who is the chief security of the state trying to lecture us about what is going on. It's also a way of encouraging investment that, hey, don't just be frightened of what the tax law is going to be. It's of a beneficial to you. Tell them the good side of it and tell them the bad side of it. The good side of it is that governments, this is how they make money. But in a way you make money, there has to be a mechanism. There has to be a true system. There has to be what is called transparency and accountability. So in all, to wrap it all now, the problem this tax law is having is accountability and transparency. Because you already saw it from the Senate that the presidency. Are you seeing the problem now? So at the end of the day, what was the time limit given to these people to be able to, check this Senate decision correct before it's being sent to the president for his assent? You see, there's a problem here. So the accountability there. Go ahead. I can hear you, Mr. Gule.
Thank you, Mr. Israel. Yeah, God bless you for that illustration. I want to quickly there's a video I'm going to play that bothers me a lot.
Let me quickly what Israel just said now. Now, there's always information problem as far as Nigeria is concerned. Israel just mentioned something that touched my heart now. Now, I once said that democracy thrive in a place where people are enlightened. The government of Nigeria, they are not enlightened. And the people going alongside with it, they are not also informed, they are not enlightened. Now, the tax law they are talking about now, ask me, he just mentioned something. Has the governor or the commissioner for finance ever come up since this slogan have been going on to explain to Nigeria, to people, oh, we are aware, we understand the reality of the present economic situation. This is the importance of this tax reform. This is the disadvantage, but we need to key into it. We have never heard something of such. But when it's an election year, they will pay all the local media for the next 6 months, for the next 1 year, you will see their jingle. But whenever it comes to issue that touch the life of the people, that borders on the life of the people, the government is not concerned. The government cannot explain. The government cannot tell the Edo people the importance of this tax reform that is coming. And the other side effect, they have never explained and they will not explain. Very unfortunate.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. That is the reason why we talked about there's lack of education in this whole thing. And if you look at it, Nigerians are not even, while we are talking now, nobody is even sharing this thing, and they just feel that let them just speak and then go home. But the bulk problem is Nigerians are the ones that's going to face it back home, and you are going to be getting the burden here. Wherever you live across the world, that's where you are going to be getting the burden.
You see, most Nigerians are very smart. In Nigeria today, when you talk about people that have smartphones, there are a lot of Nigerian youth, the kind of phone they are holding their hand. We in diaspora, we don't have that kind of phone. They have this information because they are of their docility. They don't care. Do you know why Nigerians don't care? Let me explain. Like Chris, because you've been to school. Nigeria believes, a lot of Nigeria, you believe of getting money in dubious way. There are people that we are talking about paying tax and all those things. People are dreaming and thinking about how they are going to use human being for money rituals. These guys, their brain is not functioning. People are thinking different sort of things they are thinking about. We that is speaking for Nigeria, they don't care about us. They are having different mindset. People are planning how they want to become a criminal. People are planning they want to become an armed robber. A lot of things is happening. That's why they don't care. Are you not telling me they are not seeing the news in their phone? They see it. Oshowore is there, be going out all around, be saying, let's do the protest against this bad government. Are they supporting him? They are not supporting him. They will not do that. They will sit there in their comfort zone, go and sit there in one beer parlor and start eating pepper soup after beheading the head of a lady for a money ritual. These guys are ritualists. A lot of them, they are ritualists. They don't care. So because we are enjoying dividends, here, that is why it pays.
You are very correct.
Yeah.
You are very correct. And that is why, if you look at the last 4 weeks when we're talking here, some people came in and told you that, especially in Edo State, those South people who live abroad, they are the one killing. They are the one disturbing and causing problem for the Edo South people. You see the manipulation and you see the kind of indoctrination that is coerced by these politicians and this and some of their what's it called? All these now thank you very much. I'll put them. These are loyalists. So these are the tactics. You see, Mr. Ogele, the average Nigerian is not the problem.
Okay, now
like I always say.
I'm going to play.
You know why I said that? Then let me just quickly round it up with it. The average Nigerian is not the problem. The problem is that you have a system that is already being bastardized. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me just round up with this and we'll go to that video. The system is already being bastardized. You understand? And somebody told you, a politician told you that for you to get an Edo man, just leave them. You know how to call them. When you give them come, they'll come and meet you. Meaning they have weaponized poverty.
Yeah.
Don't your children have smartphones where they live? They have. They have access to it. Do you know why they couldn't indoctrinate them? Yeah. Because even at school, they were able to teach them all these dynamics at which you can understand things. But in Nigeria, they took that incentive away. So an average Nigerian is just on getting money and buying Benza and then go. So he doesn't think about that. So it is our duty as concerned Nigeria to be able to try to, unravel this kind of indoctrination so that these people can be aware of these things that is going on in our society. So go ahead, sir. I think Mr. Ogele is he has an internet problem. Are you back now, sir? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm back here. Yeah, there is a video I'm going to play. What happened in those states at the 31st of Wash night? It was a disaster. A police station was attacked. These are what we are trying to tell our government, especially the governor of Edo State. They would think we are criticizing him. They went there. If you see Nigeria police station, it's just like a beer parlor. I'm going to try to play this video. You will be ashamed of yourself. The video cannot play here. Okay, now let me explain something about that place. You see this guy. If these bandits can go and attack a police station, they went to a police station. The vehicle, the motorcycle, everything was burned down. You see, I always tell Nigerians we don't have a government. They were making mention of one man that built a police station. How can one individual to go and build a police station in a community? You see, Nigeria is not ready to learn. Do you think criminals can just say they want to come and attack a station in abroad? Do you know the equipment that is there? When you are close to the police station, they have seen you on camera. Every door there is bulletproof. Look at how they destroy. They ground police station to ground zero in Nigeria. A whole police station. These guys went there, invaded everywhere. Thank God there was no casualty. I don't think there was no police on post. Because in Nigeria, you will see a police station, there is no one policeman inside. They are all went to beer parlor to go and start drinking. So those are the country that we are still talking about insecurity. The governor, the one, Owo is close to Edo. Owo is very close. Owo is a boundary. They destroy a whole police station. They said they lasted for more than 1 to 2 hours yesterday. They even used dynamite to bombard the building. These are bandits. We are telling them
why they were bombarding the building
to protect life and property.
The police officers were in their parlor. So he said while they were bombarding the police station, the bandits, the police officers were in their parlor. Is that what I'm trying to grasp it?
Because there was no casualty there. Nobody was there. Nobody was there.
Well, this is a very.
We are telling the government of Edo State, people say we are criticizing him.
Well, this is a very concerning. This is a very concerning thing. The federal government should take note because there was amount that was allocated to insecurity to security according to the 2025 budget. That's about 4 billion something. So my question now is, what do we do with this allocation, and what? How are we making sure that our institutions are safe? Like you said, a police station where you live in Norway it will be very hard for that police station to be attacked. It will be very hard, and that is a terrorist act. That is a terrorist act. So there's a problem here because some of our people they still don't get this whole thing that how can you just tell me that there was no casualty? Where were the police officers? Does police station go on strike? I don't understand. Police station is 24-hour surveillance. It's always as far as the other person is going, the other person is coming. So what happened? What led to it? There should be an investigation. Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so there should be a proper investigation. You can't tell me that the police station will just be invaded and everybody just kept quiet. The government just kept quiet.
Yes.
There was nobody talking. Nobody is giving an account. What happened? How did they let to it? Who did it? Is there an investigation going on? This is very, very surprising to a country.
A police station does not have CCTV camera. You are telling me we are living in a country. A station to protect property in that environment. No single CCTV camera. They invaded everywhere. All the vehicles the police have seized, all the machines they have seized, they are looking for people to come and bribe them before they will release it. They were all bombed down.
If I may come, now, let me support you. Now, how can you, 21st century, defense does not rely solely on 1847. Now, if you have CCTV camera around the police station, why these criminals coming in? I expect the monitoring. Would like to. I expect the police to immediately see and checkmate.
Nigeria.
Our system is not well structured. The man who claims to be a security officer is not properly trained for the job. And they should understand the idea of the time is not friendly. Now we heard Khan saying that people should not go cross overnight. One would have expected that they are more prepared for such a situation. But unfortunately, it happened within our neighborhood here. I think church was also affected. A church was also affected.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the politicians can be fired or be disorganized by these criminals. How secure is the life of the ordinary man on the street? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes. What is the rate of the average?
We can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
So Chris, can you hear? Oh, you see, let me
go ahead.
Let me say something. Now, yesterday was the crossover.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Chris, go ahead. Wrap it up. We'll soon call it today, my brother.
Yes, I'm just making reference to the situation in the country. Now we are hearing bomb blast in all parts of the country. Now they know this is good. One would have expected to be 100% alert, but they don't. It's like I see that police officer is in uniform with a bottle of beer, with a bottle of free in his hand. It happened in Ogbazu. A criminal kept drinks, and this criminal invaded the zone and they took away one of the directors there. And some police officers were also killed. One would have expected that to be a case study to the Nigerian police. So it's an unfortunate situation. Our government are helping us, but I just believe that new year, we usher in some people for Nigerians and just wake up and face the reality of man, that this country will not fall into the hands of this hungry lion leader.
The network is
I
bad.
think
So there's no
the
electricity.
network is very
These are
bad.
the things like
You see, there is a
go ahead.
Tongole, if that I just actually fact check what you're saying in our war, and I'm really surprised of what is going on in our country. A police station invaded by I don't call them bandits. These are terrorists. These are terrorists, and I don't see why we should just keep quiet and we're not asking
Please,
questions.
you there now?
I don't think it's there. And we are
Go
not
ahead, go
asking
ahead.
questions. And we are not
Yeah,
asking
let me.
questions about what is actually going on. How can you have that in a
No.
democratic society? And there is a governor there. There's a commissioner of police who is supposed to be giving
Yeah.
details of what is going on, what happened, how did this whole thing happen. We don't even know, and everybody just kept quiet. And now we are bringing tasks. You cannot even save. You cannot protect the people. I said yesterday was 31st night, where it's called Passover night. It's the most busiest and dangerous time of the year. And you are telling me that the police officer who is supposed to maintain law and order was invaded. It doesn't make sense. Who did it? How did they do it? You can't even tell Nigerians.
If there were police in the station yesterday, if there were police in the station, there could have been a casualty there. There was no casualty, but the building
Exactly.
were raised down. I said, where kind of people are we living?
What is
See
the
it on
purpose
internet.
of
What is there?
we? Now, what is the purpose of we paying the taxes then as citizens? The reason is that it's for you to actually have the money to actually fund the security personnel. But the more, I just told you how much we spend on it, on security the other day. It was 4 point something billion. But I don't
Go
get
ahead, go ahead.
whole. It's just crazy. Like if this is how we have just degenerated into. The citizen would then be asking the police officer who is supposed to maintain law and order and said, Oga, how you take it here? And you are not telling the citizen, I don't know, we all surprised, say, you are the police. This is why when I saw
Yes.
I just saw it now and I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm like, really? And nobody is just actually being told to say, Commissioner, what happened? Okay, let's see, let me use you. If something happened in Oslo right now, the police in the district, the police officer is being questioned you will be seeing a crime scene right now. They want to establish what caused it, who
Yes.
made it, what were the avenue they used, how many people were involved. Nobody is asking that question. All we know, especially we Nigerians, we like something that gives us fun, because I don't blame them, because they've already been traumatized. Nigerians have been traumatized for years. We have been traumatized. Just imagine this: like police station burned down by hoodlums or what, the terrorists. How do you expect me now as a citizen to feel safe? Sometimes when you speak, they start telling you, "Oh, stop demeaning your country and in the internet." What is so demeaning that you, as an institution, you are not doing? You're not carrying out your own functions. How do you expect me to then talk to you? To paint you that, oh, you are doing something good when you are not doing something good? Just take a look at Anthony Joshua. If we have the proper traffic control, do you think that thing will happen? Let's call a spade a spade. Some people are saying,
No.
oh, it's not that. Are you okay? Just go and look at the tie road where you are driving past in your abroad where you live. If it is 50 kilometers per hour, it's written, even before you go there, it tells you 50 kilometers per hour. If there's a curve, it will also show you, say, beware, there's a curve ahead. Who knows? What did the investigation find? What happened to him? How did these two people who came with him actually die? All these are questions you are supposed to be asking. Was there proper, okay, let's say he was driving too fast. How are we going to determine that? Was there a CCTV camera? You don't have it. So what are the things that we're going to use? But now you want to shove a tax bill into our neck and say this is what we need to do. This is just, I don't get it. And some of you who also live abroad will come and tell Nigerians that, I made them they talk their own, they go. Now those talk that they talk, they don't know anything. But you are enjoying it abroad. And you are enjoying it. Come on, man. You need to think. You know, some of us, including me, I'll put myself as an example because some of us are so myopic. Instead of you to think about safety first, humanity, you start thinking about your own, your party. This time will come. Look at the other one talking the other day. A person that was being beaten, dragged on the street by mobs, terrorists, who claim to say they are actually working for this. Thank God that the monarch have said, have distinguished them, have told them they are not. But my question is, why are these people not arrested? So if you continue to dwell on this kind of things and think that, oh, we should just go and see how we can beg it, you are joking with yourself because you are not the law. This is how you have messed this country up with your tribalistic nonsense, with your whatever you call it. You have made a democratic system to be as if we are living. This is a state of anarchy. Thereby, people just think of my brother and said, hey, that's good for him. And this is, are you okay? Do you understand fundamental law? But the abroad where you did, where you live, you are enjoying fundamental laws that are not being, that was not assigned to you, but is assigned to the institution. But because you're already there as a resident and a citizen of that country, it also applies to you. Would they do that on the civilized? This is how that's why when you both call us animal now, we'll say they be racist. Meanwhile, you are the same people constituting that kind of nuisance that will allow them to call you something like that. How do you then attract foreign investors to a state? Look at Oyo now, a police station just bombed by hoodlum. Then you then expect somebody to then say, oh, that place is good, let me go and invest there. You are joking because he doesn't have a security guarantee. It's not actually 100%, not even 5%. Do you think if that happens, like what happened to Anthony Joshua, it was also? Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, wrap it up so that
what I'm trying to say is that what happened to Anthony Joshua? What happened to Anthony Joshua? He just states that if it were to be abroad or where he lives, there would be an investigation carried out. How did it happen? What speed was he on? Where did they last saw that car? What speed was he on? Till where he get to the crashing spot? These are things they are going to find out. But if you want to ask us now, how are we going to find our own? There's a problem. And some of you who live abroad don't think about this. Yeah. And yet you're going to say, stop making Nigeria go sour online. When you are the same costing it. Are we the institution you are supposed to be giving us?
Okay, so.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So, can you hear me?
Gele is this. Yeah.
Can you hear me? So for me, this is just where I would draw it. We are supposed to be learning as yes.
4 times.
Yeah, we are supposed to be learning. We are supposed to be learning. We are not supposed to be acting as if we are living in a very remote area that have their Sunday newspapers on Wednesday.
Hello.
So it's surprising to me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? So can you hear me?
Can you just wrap it up, please, so that we go?
I said we should be
people wrap it up so that
who will be using senses. Yeah, people should be using their senses, and instead of acting as if they are living in a country where they have the Sunday newspapers on Wednesday. We are not a country like that. This is a democratic system, and democratic principles should be respected according to the law. Thank you very much, Mr. Ogile.
Thank you very much, my brother. Once again, Happy New Year. God bless you for your contribution. God bless your family. God bless all my fans all over the world. Today has been a wonderful day. Mr. Osaige Jolly, please, where are you watching me from? Can you write it on the comment section before I call it today? So God bless you. Bless every of my followers. My brother that contributed money to Timothy today, God will replenish your pocket. You will never lack in this month of January. You will excel in your life. I really appreciate you. Let's support him. Copy the account number there. It's there on the comment section. Put whatever you have to put for him. Support him. He said he needs a laptop and telephone. The man has lost his job now because he's doing an outstanding job. He said he wants a better I do. So I will always support people that want better Nigeria and want better I do. So let's use this our platform to support him. God bless you as you support him. God will still support you. So I think we are going to call it today. See you guys for the next broadcast tomorrow. Bye for now.